And here it is. So let's just get started. I'm doing this area here. And this time I'm going to try and maybe ignore my back and just sit back if it starts to get a bit painful, because I would like to I'd like to do this for a little bit longer today than I normally do, but we'll just have to see how that goes. I'm making no promises, but that's kind of the idea. So there's going to be lots of concentration on my part. So yeah, it was either this or I was going to be playing cross out, because Don the Chonk has literally ruined my life with that game. I did nothing but think about it last night. So I might actually have to put in some flow agent to this particular paint, because this one, unlike all of the others, is a little thick. Yeah, I can just see it happening there. Right, let's get that done really quickly. Let's just grab a drip or two of this. No, don't undo the whole bloody lid. Oh, come on, turn, will you? There we go. Right, we'll go. Oh, not that many. All right, we got 3 drips. I'm hoping that that's not going to cause me an issue later, which I've got a feeling it might, but probably should have just poured it out before I mixed it, but we're into it now. So as the Archmistress said to the gardener, it is what it is. Sorry, you probably can't see me doing this, but all I'm doing very boringly is just mixing up the paint now, which is definitely a lot more spreadable. Now, instead of just wiping that off, I'm wondering if I could just use the... I can. See, I was thinking about that the other day as I mix paints. And then I literally just throw away so much of the paint because it's left on the brush, the stick. And it just suddenly occurred to me, well, just use it from the stick. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, this flow stuff is really good. Really good. It just kind of looks like water, but it's definitely not just water. I'm going to have to go around there and find a bunch of number 7s. Any more number 7s? 7's up here. Right, we've got a few over here, which is something I wasn't going to do yet, but I'd rather put it on than just waste it. So as I was saying, I played Cross Out yesterday for the first time. Thoroughly enjoyed the game. But you can't take my opinion because, as everybody clearly states to me a lot, I love every game I play. So there's that. And then I played some Among Us, which was funny. I was doing it with Rad, Don, I believe Dibbles, and the Australian. I know a bit of their names. I don't know them all. You know me and names and memory. But yeah, suffice it to say, I had a good laugh. And I was playing for quite some time yesterday. And I could have, and I should have, just streamed Cross Out, to be honest. But it never occurred to me to turn it on. I guess that's my idiot gene kicking in. There's a big old number 7 up here. Quite a lot of it, which is handy. I don't know, this picture, I'm so excited to get it finished. Because, as I keep saying, I really do think that this one's going to look great. I hope I don't get disappointed at the end of it. So far, in every paint by numbers that I've done, I've really liked the outcome. And you kind of got to wonder to yourself, do you just like it because you were the one that did it? And it's like, the thing is I would put any of them up on my wall. So I don't know, like, me liking something and then wanting other people to like it, you know, is a different thing. And if I didn't think other people wouldn't like it, I wouldn't necessarily put it on my wall. It's like for argument's sake, I wouldn't put a hand drawing of mine up on the wall because I know how dreadful that would look. Down there. Why did it just go dim then? The light did definitely dim down. That wasn't just my eyes. I'm not buying no more bloody lights, I can tell you that much. I'm not using my big lights at the moment because I only use them when I'm actually streaming a game. So these are just my little ring lights that I've got on. I was looking into trying to make this look a bit better because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I think it looks perfectly fine, but my issue is that when I'm watching it back on my TV, and granted it's a TV, right, it always seems very blurry to me, and I'd like to try and get it sharpened up. And I'm forever like mucking about with this camera and lighting and stuff just to try and get it so that I'm happy with it. A friend of mine actually pointed out yesterday that I'm always kind of striving for perfection when really I should just repair problems that people report to me that they're not liking. Like I did the same thing with the microphones. You know, I was never happy with the way I sounded, and then, you know, I was very lucky to hit upon a very cheap Shure SM7B, and now I'm over the moon with how I sound. But as was pointed out to me, I didn't have to do it because you sounded perfectly fine before. And I guess once again that's another problem with anxiety and depression, I suppose. But we lives and we learns. I wasn't actually intending to touch this bit up here. But when things happen, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade. Adapt and overcome. Look at it. Let's see how much you can get done here. And this was just from paint that would have gone on the tissue, rubbed off, and then I would have just taken it all from the pot. I should remember this in future. So, also, I've had delivered my boat in the mountains on a lake, and that is going to be a very interesting paint by numbers for me, because technically speaking, that one you can actually call art. So the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm going to do the paint by numbers as normal, and then I'm going to let it dry, right? And then I'm going to learn how to do like proper shading on it. So instead of there being block colors running into another block color, which doesn't look particularly great on some paint by numbers, I'm actually going to be doing some shading. I think I mentioned this to you last time when I was doing this, but I'm really looking forward to that one, because to learn a new skill, and then maybe I can stop turning around saying that you can't learn how to draw. Because if I can learn how to do that, then maybe if I started to apply myself and just draw certain stuff, maybe I could learn how to draw. Who knows? In maybe 100 years' time, I could be able to draw anything. Yeah, the paint's starting to get a bit thick now, but that's all right, because, you know, I'm not going to say it was free paint, but technically speaking, it would have just been thrown. Any more number 7s around there? Any more? Oh, there's a 7 there I could do. Yeah, this is getting dry now. It's actually clumping up on the brush straight away, which is no good, but I got the majority of it. And it wasn't a bad idea to try and save it, because there is a lot of blue in this picture, so it's not like I have a huge abundance of it that I can't afford to lose. Right, that's cleaned that off. I did that the other day. I was cleaning my brush and then I just put it down, and then yeah, big blobs of paint everywhere. It's a bit of a wally. Well, which one are we going to do now? It's always 3s and 5s. And there. Any more 3s? There's a 3 down there. I might do that one, so I don't think I'm going to put my hand in that one. At least I don't think so. No, I'm not. So if anybody out there has any tips on shading, or, you know, just tips in general, like, please feel free to leave them in the comment section, or just come up and say hello and tell me here, because you know, the fact that I do these paint by numbers a lot and I enjoy doing them means that I really want to learn how to be better at it. And everybody's got that one little trick, you know, or that thing that they do that they could tell somebody else. It's like, oh, that's great, and it could work. I mean, it might not, you know, but the thing is if you put it down in here, at least if I don't find it helpful, somebody else might. Number 5. A couple of them. quite a lot of them actually. Take these ones from the lid. I always find that the lid paint is better than the stuff that's actually in the pot. Maybe it's because it's slightly drier. I don't know. But it always, to me, it always seems to go on better and paint better. There we go. That's that one. Right here. I was watching This Is Us last night. Such a good show. I'm on season, I think it's season 2, quite late into it. It's where we find out what happens to someone. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't watched it. But yeah, if you have watched it, you know what I'm on about. And if you haven't, you really need to, because it's really good. Never thought it would be my kind of TV series to watch, but it had me gripped from the very first one. So, oh no, what do you need saving, Lindy? What's up? What's up, sweetheart? Ah, this hellhole driving me to drink. Yeah, it's no fun, is it? Have you heard back from any of those applications? Well, I'm guessing not, because otherwise it'd be like, hey, I heard back from those applications. No, the only one I got an interview for is here with the same company but a different role. Is it more money though? Unfortunately, in this day and age with the climate the way it is, you can't even just turn around and say, "Oh, I'm gonna leave," and then go and find another job, because jobs are so few and far between now. I think that's why most companies are just not bothering to. I think companies nowadays, they have the pick of the crop. So whereas, everybody kind of got a fair crack at the whip, now companies can be even more choosier about who they let in. That's not to say that you're bad at your job, but there's always somebody out there better than you, right? And I think that they're just getting a little bit spoiled now with the choice that they've got. At least that's my opinion anyway. Either way, it doesn't help you at all, which is unfortunate. Well, more than unfortunate. Unfortunate doesn't seem to get to the nib of the problem, does it? Do that. I'm gonna have a drink because I've got to drink more water apparently. Who knew? Well, we've got some different colours to paint now. Nice. I wonder what Pitbull's doing now. He's probably doing 457 laptops. Six. That's another one. There. When the paint's a little thinner, right, it comes off the tip of the brush so fast, and then I always find I'm trying to work down the brush, and it always happens to me in a space that's too small for me to just press the brush. Like there, it's not so much of a problem, but the bit I was at just a minute ago was a bit of a pain. Okay. I don't know how that looks, whether it's thin or not. I'm not going to be able to see till I've finished, I guess. My feeling is possibly I'm going to have to go over that again. I'm hoping not. Although, like I turned around and said before, because this is like a magical dark wood, maybe the thin paint might add to it. And as I say, it's not me just being lazy because I don't want to go over it again. I just think it might. There's another 6 there. This particular paint by number seems to be doing very well on YouTube as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not getting thousands of views. I never expected to. And I think anybody that does any kind of content creation, expecting people to come in and view it, I think you're in for a bit of a shock. Because people just don't seem to like to click the like button. Most people, from what I can see, don't even sort of stay for the whole video. I mean, a lot of people do, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying anything against the people that don't stay to watch it. It might not be their cup of tea. It's just that all content creators are constantly turning around saying, please leave a like and a comment, because it helps. Because the problem is that when people don't leave likes and comments, the YouTube algorithm doesn't notice you as a content creator. And then the knock-on effect from that is that you don't actually get seen by many people. And, like I said, I'm not for everybody, and I completely understand that. But there's probably more people out there that would like to watch what I do, or, listen to me, or, follow me or whatever else. But because they're not actually seeing me, it's like they don't even know I exist. It's not just me, it's all YouTube creators and Twitch creators as well. So, I don't think I'm just bleating about myself. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is that what's YouTube meant to do? They're meant to just try and show everyone, because that would be ridiculous, because then you'd never know who to choose, because there would be so much choice, just like there is.
Supplies!
Oh, shit, mate. Let me jump. Mr. Pitbull, I was just talking about you. You're like Beetlejuice. You've said your name too much and you have appeared. Wild Pitbull. How you doing, buddy? You having a good day today? Is that annoying? No, it's not. And we want a number 4, I believe. Yeah, number 4. Did you get your laptops done?